doing this. This is a labor of love, to say the very least. And this is why we do it. So, comfortable seated position on your chair, not on the floor. Got my chair, I've got a blanket for comfort. All right, I'm going to adjust my computer. So forgive the low production value. Oh, my back is killing me from sitting on the floor. So that'll teach me. All right, sit up nice and tall. Woo. Adjust your pants as you need to. Pull your shoulders up, back and down. So, overarching principles of our yoga practice. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's take the next 30 minutes of practice to just be with ourselves. Sitting up tall, take a deep breath in, feel the breath fill all the way to the bottom of the belly as if it could move beyond the lungs into the lowest part of the belly. And then unfill, right, empty out all the way from the bottom to the top. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Feel the breath move in deep into the belly. And then feel the breath empty out. Feel the breath move deep into the belly. So your job here is to connect with how it feels in your body to breathe. What I say is meant to be guidance, not orders. It's meant to help facilitate your journey, your practice. Your learning process, so that you can move beyond. Feel the sit bones root into your chair. Press your feet into the earth, not with anger, not with force, but to make contact. Know that it's there. We know which way is down. Feel the crown of the head, the top, right? The very top, slightly back, lifting up. Lengthen the spine, the cervical spine, the neck. Let the shoulders melt away. So even though your screen might be down and forward, don't be afraid to lift up a little higher. I'm not going anywhere. Loosen your low back a little bit. Notice if you're tensing it. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Bring your hands palm to palm, fingertip to fingertip. Feel that contact space. Maybe slide them back and forth a little bit. Feel the surfaces. Bring your thumbs to your chest and bow your head to your hands. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. And then breathe as if you could create sensation from the soles of your feet. Inhale, feel the energy move up through all the bones, leg bones, sit bones, all the way to the crown of the head. Allow the eyes to open and exhale, settle back down into your body. Bring the hands down by your side. Palms are forward, seated mountain pose. Tadasana. Sweep the arms up high, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more just like that. Hands down. Reach up and around. Hands to heart. Hands down. Move at your pace. Hands to heart. Move a little bit more forward on your chair so that the bottoms of your thighs, the backs of your thighs have some space underneath them. Your feet can press into the floor and you're using your body's strength to sit up a little taller. Make sure that your body's safe on the chair. Have space around you. Oops, hang on, I have to fix my time limit. Keep breathing. Take the arms up overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bow forward again. I have to pay for this. Inhale all the way up. Hands come all the way up high. Exhale, back hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Oops. Exhale. Give me 2 seconds to do this. Sorry, it's not letting me. Forgive me. It was going to cut us off if I didn't do this. Okay. To get a full screen, the video is frozen would be your internet issue. I apologize. And then full screen, go to the icon with me on it, Grace, and click and double click on it. It'll make it bigger. Then what I'm going to do is make sure, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go back to yoga now that I've paid for this. So, okay. All right, logistics. All right, back to sun salutations. Arms up high. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, elbows to knees. If the elbows don't make it to the knees or your back doesn't enjoy this sensation, hands to knees and just lean forward. Everyone press into the floor. Inhale, arms come up high. Hands to the heart. One more time. We're just pumping air and energy into our body. Arms up high. This time, hands to one knee. Bring that foot to the toe. Place that foot flat on the floor. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, hands to the knee, that other foot to the toe. Inhale, arms up high. Take a twist to your left or your right, whichever way you're facing. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, opposite direction. Since I'm mirrored on the screen, I'm not sure which way you're looking at me. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, bow forward again. So this is gentle spine warm-up, full body warm-up, moving the blood through the body, moving energy through the body. Prana, we call it in the yoga language. Inhale, arms up high. This time, Bring your hands under your thigh or to your kneecap. Option to lift that foot off the ground. The other foot stays on the ground. Option to squeeze the knee in. If there's room for it, you can take it wide if you'd like. The exhale brings the knee closer. Foot goes back to the ground. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, hands to the knee, to the toe. Knee comes up, whatever feels right to you. If lifting the foot off the floor doesn't work, just bow the body to the leg, right? Here's the other option, down here. You're just protecting your back no matter what. Inhale, arms up high. Again with the twist, gentle twist of the upper body. So these moves may seem very simple. We're not looking for a burn here. We're looking to stretch. Lubricate the joints. Inhale, arms up high. This time, walk the feet apart. Hands will come to the knees and we'll bow forward. Bring the elbows slightly down. Round into the shoulders. Feel that stretch through the space between the shoulder blades. Tuck the tailbone a little. Press into the feet. By rooting into the ground, you'll get more lift in the rest of the body. Take the hands to the knees, keep pressing into the feet, roll the shoulders back, and peel the heart forward. Right? The image on your t-shirt reaches for the screen. And then reverse it. Take the belly button backwards, bring the shoulder blades forward. Keep using the legs strongly, and reverse it. You protect the back by using the legs. Right? That same adage comes true. Lift with the legs. Lift your body with your legs. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Cat and cow, cat and cow. Feel your sit bones rolling on the chair. Roll, roll, roll. Emphasize it a little bit more by pulling the elbows back, right? You can get more of a stretch by pulling the elbows back. I know that looks funny on my screen. Resist the urge to throw the head back. Resist the urge to throw the head back. Breathe in as you open. Exhale, pull. I know it looks like I'm throwing my head back, but it's just the angle. I'm not even looking up. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it back strongly like you're doing a sit-up. And sit up tall. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can get a good view of how this is working. We're going to do a little core exercise. Now that we're warmed up, we've been doing this through the week. We're sitting up nice and tall. Walk your feet a little forward of your knees. You can see that angle. Lift your toes. Right toes are lifted. You're going to tuck your pelvis slightly under. Right, slightly under, and lean a little bit back. So you don't have to turn sideways. So see, I'm leaning slightly back. Already I can feel it in my core and in my inner thighs. If you're having trouble holding your inner thighs together, put a pillow or a block between your knees and just hang out here. And breathe, full and into the chest. Gaze is forward, not down, forward. You can turn and, right? I'm turning to look at you, but I'd rather you face forward. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull the belly in and lean a little bit back. Try not to collapse into the upper body. Upper body is still tall. Inhale, come forward. Press the heels into the ground and lean back. Inhale, sit up tall. Start to feel that engagement in the lower belly. Lean back. Option when you lean back, lift one heel off the ground. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, when you lean back, pick up another heel. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, pick it up. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, pick up a heel. Right? The knee stays bent, the ankle stays bent. We're not doing a high kick. We're challenging our transverse abdominis, our lower core. My low back feels perfectly neutral here. I'd like yours to feel the same. Pizza for dinner is starting to let me know what I ate. Breathe in, breathe out, strong exhales. Right, we've been doing a few of these, but we've been doing them gentle and slow. You need to stop for a sec, get a drink of water. Absolutely, you take a break. Lean back. Adding on. Yes, adding on. Inhale, sit up tall, take a stretch. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull the elbows back. Inhale, sit up tall. Feel that strength in the core. Everything from the ribs to the hips is solid. Back feels strong. If the back feels compromised at all, don't lean back. Don't lift the leg. Maybe you're just breathing. This can be done from a sitting up, so you continue. This can be done just sitting up tall. And on the exhale, you pull the belly in. And release on the inhale and pull the belly in. Right? That would be the option to keep things as low impact as possible while still focusing on the breath and the control of the core. And then adding the layers that work for you. Inhaling. 2 more cycles. Exhale. Less is more. The best possible form for the level, or I said for the options that you're doing. Last one here. Sit up nice and tall, take the legs apart, and just lean slightly forward. Walk the sit bones back, and just sway. Just sway. Maybe as you sway, you start to work yourself down a little bit more. You're releasing your mid back, your low back, your upper back. You're releasing this crease, the hip flexors. You're softening. Release the shoulders, release the head. And then come on up. Some good core work. I'm going to turn forwards again. We're going to do some deep stretches into our hip flexors. Now that we don't have a time limit, I'm going to extend our classes to 45 minutes. Yay! I was limited by the app. Excuse me, Alf. All right. One leg out, other leg straight out. Toes are going to turn forward. I'm going to tilt the screen. I'm going to try and get the foot forward. Press into both feet. Arms wide. Turn the palms up. Press into the floor. Notice if you're tilting, right? Or tucking. We don't want to tilt or tuck. You want your back to feel neutral. Then we're going to start to turn our shoulders a little bit towards the bent knee leg. Coming into more of a warrior 2. Gaze over, so I'm gazing over my left hand. Yours is maybe your left or your right, whichever way you're facing. Press your feet down as if you're standing. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, take your back hand, that's the straight leg hand, right hand up or left hand up. Trying to lengthen. So there's a lot of work going on in the legs and the hips, the glutes, the shoulders. You need support here. This upper arm is down, right? If that isn't working for you, this hand can be behind you to help you lift. Find something that works. Better to extend, less to have better form, right? So this isn't necessarily good for me. Better to do less with better form. That makes sense. We're going to flip the way our arms are. So my left hand's going to come to my left knee. Right hand is going to come up to a cactus. I'm going to start to lean over. Long spine. Think of your spine. Here's my spine, a straight line. From crown of my head all the way to my tail into the chair. It's on an angle. And I'm thinking about taking it at an angle. It's never going to be as deep of an angle as my leg. I want to feel as if I could straighten it out, make it that beautiful diagonal all the way down to my foot. We're going to move between those two poses. So lift up, horizontal, inhale, exhale. Reverse the warrior, just a little bit of a side bend. Inhale, press into both legs, come into that side angle. Arms to cactus, arms straight and long, whatever works. Inhale and exhale. Strong legs here, you guys. You need a break, you take a break. You want the legs strong to support the back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Now, if you were restricted in movement for your back or your legs, so you keep flowing, I'll show the option. Option would be legs together, up and over. So here's the option if you weren't able to move the legs. Yeah? Makes sense, yeah? You change what needs to change for you. Option would also be to keep your upper body here and just enjoy that sensation of the hip opening. Right? We've got the left hip opening out. The right leg is on an angle, but the kneecap is forward. So my thighs are kind of like this. See my legs? And then let's bring it all back to center. And then just sit bone walk, kind of wiggle everything out. You can take a full upper body sweep. Hydrate. First hydration cue. I've got a little bottle of bubbly. It was on sale at Walgreens. Let's get ready. Let's get set up for the other side. So right leg on an angle, left leg stretching out. Your leg doesn't extend straight or your hip doesn't allow it. Bent leg is fine. We just don't want our leg bent up in an awkward position that puts pressure on the inner, right, medial or lateral side of the knee. Right, so I'll show you the leg position again. See my foot? See my foot? All right. Oh, that's not good. Cut off my head. So set up with that straight left leg. Foot is trying to point forward. You can move it really far forward to get it flat to the ground. Right leg is out. And then turning slightly towards the right leg. Stretching the arms out. Right? This left shoulder is peeling back. Press into the floor as if you're standing. And you know, if you prefer more active practice, do these things standing up. Depends on how much room you have. You can see my living room's pretty narrow. So I'm seeing all these online videos of yoga spaces, these vast rooms, just one little yoga mat in them. I'm in a dorm room here. All right. Left hand to the hip or the back of the chair, right arm to cactus. Take a side bend. Press into your feet a lot. So this is a deep bend. A lot on the hips here, a lot on the low back. Right? Lift up and out of the hips, right? We're not collapsing in, we're lifting up. Body strength. The purpose of this is not to see how deep you can fold. It's to stretch, strengthen. Come on up. Let's go the other way. Hand to the leg, other hand cactus. Again, think of the spine angle here. Spin the heart open. Right? We don't want to collapse. Open. Press into the feet. I think what we'll do tomorrow is once we start the class is I'll disable videos that might be sapping bandwidth for a lot of us. So the video gets stalled for me. And that way we can make sure that the highlight, and then when class is over, we'll make sure that I enable it again for all of us. Let's switch back and forth between those poses. So we take the hand of the chair, reverse warrior, and side angle. Reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two, exhale, side angle. Find that stretch. Virabhadrasana, throw in a little Sanskrit here. Reverse warrior. Virabhadrasana and Parsva Konasana. Side angle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then let's come up. Press into the feet to lift your body up, right? This is heavy stuff. Bring the legs to neutral. Stretch the legs out straight in front of you. If you have room on your chair to do so, lift your toes up, a little bend in the knee. Lift your heart. Press your heels away from you. Try and straighten out. Tuck your tailbone. We're not going to lift off here. We're just trying to straighten our body. Lean back as much as you can. I'll show you what it looks from the side. Heels are forward. Legs are straightening. I'm just straightening out. Taking a sled out of my body. If you have a big chair, you can lift. Not necessary. Not a silver sneakers pose at all. But a stretch nonetheless. And release down. Lift up. And round and tuck. Lift that up. Just did a online nutrition training. I was reminded vitamin A, D, E, and K, those are all fat soluble vitamins. Make sure you're getting your good unsaturated fat. Inhale, arms up high. Get a little sunshine on your faces. Hands to your heart, bow forward. Where are we on time? Hands to your knees. Can you walk your sit bones back a little bit, maybe? Maybe take the elbows to the knees. Press the tailbone back, the sit bones back. Try and stretch out of your low back. Reach the crown of your head forward. So I have a blanket here. If you have a pillow, you can take a pillow. This is kind of nice. Give your upper back a release. Don't hesitate to bring tools with to your class. A pillow's nice, a block, a strap. We haven't jumped into any of those things yet today or this week. We will next week. And yes, we're doing this next week. We'll do the same time, Monday through Friday. If you're willing. Keeps me out of trouble. And inhale, come on up. One more time, forward fold. Pillow on the lap if you have it. Inhale, sit up tall. Think about bringing your belly way forward. Use the pillow. If you don't have a pillow, your flesh may suffice. Blocks are kind of tough. And then we'll come on up. Inhale, press into your feet. Always, right? I reinforce that in every class. Use your legs to lift your body. I'm going to turn sideways to demonstrate how this is going to work. You're going to pick one leg up a little bit. Maybe you have your strap handy. You want to lift from your feet. Just going to stretch that leg out. It may not go straight, and that's fine. It doesn't have to. You just want to stretch it a little bit out and release. Stretch it out and release. Take some strength in the quadricep muscle. You can hold on to the pants. Now, I don't have anything behind me, so I recommend you stay straight with your back against the back of the chair. If you're having difficulty holding onto your leg, just sitting way back on the chair and using, right, just like this. You're just straightening the leg. You can feel this muscle get nice and firm. And then hold. Point and flex. See my foot, point and flex. Make sure your knee doesn't mind. So yes, we're strengthening this muscle quite a bit here. Point and flex, and then release. Sit up nice and tall. So if you've had knee surgery, some of you out there have been fortunate enough to get some bionic knees. Be careful on your knees here. If you can bring the heel in close to your glute, right? Do a little swing here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze a lot. You feel it back here working. Squeeze a lot and then release. And then just relax it. Sweep it in and out, a little windshield wiper. Remind you of what those muscles are for. We're going to do the other leg. So sitting way back in a whole bunch of straightens. So there's machines at the gym that do this. They strengthen your quads. We're doing it without added weight. Doing it. And we're not doing long isometric holds. That would be just holding still. We're doing it very dynamically. Just hold for a second. Hold, right? You can do it holding it here. If you have more stretch in your hamstrings, right? You can do it here. Move your foot. You can be down on the chair. Feel that heat building? Fire. And we're going to do the opposite. So make some room. Squeeze. Squeeze. You want to lift your leg higher? That's fine. Squeeze. Squeeze it. Don't just swing it. Squeeze. 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 Like you're trying to kick your own booty. Squeeze. Feel all that work going on. Squeeze. And then just swing it out. So we worked our hip flexors quite a bit. Roll it out, roll it out, roll it out. Stretch your legs out in front of you again. Heels down. Right, I'll show you. Heels down, and then, oh, you can't really see. Try and reach your toes down to the ground. Not safe on my chair right now, so just imitate that facing forward. Reach the toes to the ground. Stretch the tops of your legs. Stretch the toes down to the ground. Do 5 of those. I'm just going to ask, close the door over here. Stretch the toes to the ground. And try and lift the toes up while you're pressing the balls of the feet to the ground. Just doing a little toga here. And then walk your feet back in. Lift your heels up high. Press the toe knuckles down. At the same time, with the fingers, press the hands, right? Gentle into the fingernails. So let's stretch the fingers. And then switch, toes under, fingers under. You can do 1 foot at a time. And then scrunch the toes, scrunch the hands. Open the toes and hands. Wrap the thumbs inside and scrunch the hands, scrunch the toes. And then release. And then we're going to do big toes down, tap, tap, tap. Pinkies and thumbs tap. Right? Little toes tap, index finger and thumbs tap. Playing complicated games here. And then big toes and pinkies down, make little ducks. Lift all 10 toes up, squeeze palms again, and then release. Go ahead and scooch back on your chair. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Tuck your tailbone under and roll, 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 roll all the way back into your chair. Drop your head over to the left, to that your shoulders are level. And then look down at your left shoulder, nice and slow. Ooh, stiff today. Breathe more deeply into the stiffness rather than hold your breath. And then use your nose to trace a circle all the way up to the center and back down. Drop your head over to the right. Check to make sure you didn't do this, right? This isn't about how far you can lean. It's about stretching the neck. Turn your nose slowly down towards your shoulder. And then trace a path with your nose up and around. Back to center. Holy cow, my neck is stiff. We did a lot of work yesterday on our necks. Chin to chest. Pull it up and back. This little notch here. It's called your manubrial clavicular notch. As you tuck your chin in, you start to notice how the breath gets a very echoey sound as you're closing off your throat ever so slightly. If you've noticed that your lower jaw has clenched into your upper jaw, can you consciously create space between the two halves of your jaw, even with your chin tucked like this? And then keeping that space, lift your head to neutral. Place your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Close off the eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Let the head find its neutral space. Maybe wiggle it around once it gets up there. Relax your inner thighs. Drop the shoulders. Soften the cheeks. One hand on the belly. One hand on the heart. Feel the breath cycle, moving into the belly, swelling to the heart. And the energy then moving from the heart back to the belly. Cycling again, belly. Deep from your creative center up to your passion center. The place where the fire burns. To your soul center. If you think of energy in these terms, our lower hand where our creative energy, productive energy, digestive energy, and our upper hand, cardiopulmonary center, our life energy, right, what sustains us. Got it, all the bases covered here. We're protecting those two centers. We're connecting their energy. We're just acknowledging their connectivity, the way that they move us through life, the esoteric meaning. And then slowly bring your hands palm to palm, thumbs in front of your heart. I always like to bow my head at my heart here, offering my thoughts through the filter of compassion. and offering my passion through the filter of a little bit of logic. Thank you all for being here. Namaste. When you're ready, open your eyes. Have a gorgeous day.